taters.
Sweet taters.
The sweet taters.
And now it's time for the Sweet Potato Podcast featuring Matt and Theron.
I love, you know what's funny? I really do like our intro.
I do too.
Yeah. We can't talk about what we were talking about before we started recording, but like that's all I want to talk about.
Do you like my acrylic nails?
You got acrylics. Clock it. Clock
Should I do like the ASMR thing that they do?
Try it.
Am I like Cynthia? Do I look like Cynthia Erivo? Wait, I'm gonna do that stupid gif where she's like, "Ow, fuck, that hurts, dude." How'd she be doing that shit? Do I look like Cynthia Erivo?
Wait, hold on. Put your finger like this.
Stay away from Ariana.
Put your finger like this towards me.
Oh fuck! I already took it off.
Well, it doesn't matter. Just still do
This
it.
shit hurts, dude.
Towards me.
This
Towards
way?
me. Towards me. Towards me.
I'm on the bottom on my screen.
Oh, hold on. I have to do it like this. This other way. Oh my god, we're like, it's like, what are
Clock
we?
it.
Clock it. Anyways,
All right, I'm taking this shit off. This bit is not worth it. It took me like how long to do that?
we have
Like
spent,
5 minutes,
we
and
have
now all my
spent-
fingers. Wait, look, I have like marks on my hands. You can't see
Meredith
it 'cause I'm
marks?
so white. Do you see the mark on my finger right there?
Meredith marks?
Do you see that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That hurt. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
hey, shout out to KP Captures.
Hey, shout out the dogs of the crib, man.
Shout out to KP Captures Photography. If you need photography, shout out to Cameron Paul. Business card, scan the QR. Scan the QR. Should we do like
Shout
a
out
real
to-
should we do like an ad read
Ad read
during our
Okay.
break like for KP Captures when we do our
for
break?
KP captures. What about AE creations?
We can do both. We'll do one this
Okay, that's fair,
episode,
that's fair.
one the next. I ain't gonna stop.
Ooh, what if we
Shout
do
out
both in one episode and we see like who gets more play
Make
from
it a
it? Who gets more
competition.
pull? Yes.
Patrican pull. We have spent way too much time together today, let me tell you.
I'm honestly sick of seeing your fuck ass face. I'm sick of you fuck face.
What did Erica keep calling that fat kid?
Dirty Derek?
No, Derek.
Dirty
dumbass.
Derek.
Dirty Diana.
Dastardly.
Dirty Diana.
Oh, Despicable Derek. Despicable Derek?
So today was Black Friday. We
Ooh.
went to the local mall.
The
and
shoot mall.
let me tell you. It was a
What the
successful
fuck?
Black Friday.
Honestly, I've actually never gone Black. This is the first time I ever went Black Friday shopping.
You
let
were
me tell you.
you were very worried to go.
I was worried. I thought it was going to be like a stampede.
Right.
Oh my god. What? That's freaking crazy. I thought it was going to be like a stampede. I wasn't expecting it to be.
Right. I think it's dumbed down over the years.
Oh,
for
look at
sure.
how much of a mess my like.
Yeah,
thing
it
my
looks
table is.
disgusting. You look like Asmongold.
It's going to be freaking rot falling through my ceiling soon.
No, but I felt like it went really well. There wasn't that many people. I thought there would be so many people at the mall, but there really
Yeah,
weren't.
it was a bit of like a pain leaving, but like honestly, not
Right.
too much more than a regular mall
We
trip.
found a spot right in front of Target. It
Uh-huh.
was not a problem. The only thing I noticed was it was like a Travis Scott concert in that Bath and Body Works. There were so many
Oh
young
my
women.
god, dude, the B&B. It was a rave, and it was all right. So this is crazy, right? So they had this whole thing where it was a deal,
Right.
and the deal was buy 3 get 4 free. So I'm looking at that, and I'm like, okay, buy 3 get 4 free, get your 4th item free.
That's what I thought it said.
So I got 4 things,
Because in what
I get to the
store
line-
would they ever give 4 things away?
right? And I get to the line, and the lady's like, if you get 3 more things, you get them for free. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Well,
And she's
hold on.
like,
Well, can we first of all talk about how there's 2 rooms with 2 separate lines? That's very confusing.
well, yeah, because it's Bath and Body Works. So one of them's Bath and one of them's Body Works.
Right. And then, like, there was that, like, Karen lady who was screaming. She was like, get in the other line! There's 2
There's
lines!
only 2 bundles left! Get your bundles! 2 bundles left! Only sell them at the
I didn't
register.
understand that. So it was a bundle that was worth, so you pay $40, but it was worth $100 of product.
$100. $140 bundle.
She kept
That was only $40, but it was like a $40 bundle, but they shoved like some other junk in there, so it wasn't like really worth it.
She kept grifting the entire time.
It felt very grifty.
It felt very grifty, which we'll talk about.
I felt
grifters,
grifted.
But continue your story.
But so we get up to the thing, right? And I've got 4 items, and I noticed the 4th item doesn't come off for free, and she's like, "Oh, if you get 3 more things, you can get them all for free." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "It's buy 3, get 4 different items free." And I was like, "What?" So I'm like, "Listen, I'm here shopping for my mom. I don't know anything about this. I had to ask a lady earlier the difference between a scrub and a wash."
So it was a no.
And she goes, "I go, what's
wash, there was a body scrub, and then there was the body cream."
Right, which was like a lotion.
But the body cream and the body scrub
but there was also a body lotion.
And were the same consistency.
Right, so we were like, "What's the difference?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry, this is funny." And I'm like, "Listen, I don't know.
Weird. It was the most weird, awkward
conversation
like, I've ever had in my life.
She's like, she's like, "Does that make sense?" And she explained it, and I'm like, I'm lost. Well, she was like, the scrub. It was very much. Well, it was kind of like, it was a very much. What's bang bang sauce? Oh, have you ever heard of boom boom sauce? It was like that kind of explanation. Where it's like, no, I haven't fucking heard of boom boom sauce. She's like, oh, the scrub is like it's kind of like a exfoliator. And
she was talking like Hilaria Baldwin. She was like, how you say cucumber? It was very weird. You know Hilaria Baldwin?
Hey, what about Usha, by the way? Usha without a ring? Is that true? Can we? Is this like coverage? On the scene coverage? On the scene coverage.
We'll talk about it.
So I get up to the line and I'm like, "Listen, lady, you got to help me because I don't know." And this lady was like, "Oh, let me help you." So she runs and gets 2 more things, and then she scans them in. And then she forgot to get a 3rd thing. So she goes and I picked something up that was at the register. So it ended up being like $86 worth of things, and I got it for
54.
No, I saved 36. Like so it was over 90. It was over $90 worth of things, and I got it for $54.
This is a great deal.
It was a good freaking
deal. Think about if you bought the bundle. You could have bought the bundle. You could have bundled.
But I didn't want the bundle.
Here's my thing. Because I got bundles. I think that the bundles should be BYOB. I think it should be build your own bundle.
Look at this full
bag that you did not have to pay for, unlike that other
full package. Ooh!
Don't spoil too much, not in case she watches the show.
Hey, she don't watch the show. She has never watched a single episode of the show.
But I think it should be BYOB. I think it should be build your own bundle. I think you should be able to mix and match a scrub. You can get. I think you should be able to get any flavor scrub you want, any flavor perfume you want. You shouldn't be
imagine you mix the flavors.
You shouldn't be subjected to all vanilla, all chocolate. Like there shouldn't be a segregated
right? Because sometimes you want to make, but also like. If you want to have the same thing, like I want to have the same thing,
you're allowed to. But I think you should.
Let me get that shit.
I think you should. There should be like a counter. You can take one thing of this, one thing of this, one thing of this.
The problem though, there's such a heavy like perfume. There's always a perfume in the bundle, and I wasn't looking for a perfume.
Which then maybe you should be allowed to double dip on body scrubs.
Like, can I substitute for a second body scrub?
Can you substitute for a body scrub? If you can substitute for sweet potato fries over onion rings, you should be able to get your own body scrub.
But then it's like, is it an additional cost?
Maybe the additional cost. Yeah, maybe. But that's how they
maybe
make
like
money.
An extra $2 per substitution.
Speaking of
but you're still saving money.
Maybe. You know, Bath and Body Works had their shit down. You know what else? We know what other store had their shit down, Pat?
Hollister.
Not even Claire's. That lady ran that Claire's like a military. This woman was standing outside the Claire's going, "Come by my store right now! You better come by my
upstairs.
store." We heard her from upstairs.
Come by my store right now. She was like a freaking private pile.
It's like she was a military. Intense. Hollister had their shit down.
What? I think there is.
Hollister
had their shit ran by friend of the pod Jill.
Friend of the pod Jill. What other? Target didn't really have any dills, but like it was packed.
No dill. What was up with that?
Like
no pickle, no dill.
Whitney Rose, My Healing Journey.
My Healing Journey.
Where else did we? Oh, and we topped it all off with some great mall Chinese food.
That's a stretch. Great is a stretch.
That's pretty good.
It was good.
You have a theory that
It's
all of them are the
satiated.
same.
I think that all of the food courts
Yeah.
are the same. I have
Well,
a theory that
because-
all the food courts are owned by one company, and I think
Why are there
it's the
5 Chinese restaurants in the food court, and they're all
right
under
because
their
like, and I
names?
know I've noticed this. So the first time I noticed this, I was at Natick. Let me
Mhm.
tell you a story. Let me paint you a picture. Back in the day, I was at Natick Mall, and as I was there, it was 7 o'clock,
PM or
and
AM?
we wanted to get some food.
PM or
PM.
AM?
PM, and that's when the mall closes. Is at 7 p.m. But level 99,
Shouts out.
which is where we were, was open.
Right.
So we were like, oh shoot, we still have like 2 hours left at level 99. We need to get some food, but every place was closing. So we
Right.
walked out and we're like, shoot, everything's kind of closed. I guess we'll go back. And suddenly this very Chinese lady starts yelling at
Don't
us.
say very Chinese lady. This very Chinese lady, she was overly Chinese.
All I'm going to say is if you heard the way she was yelling at us and her voice, you would see what I'm talking about.
Right.
And she is like, oh, come over here. Come over here. You, come here now. You come here now. And I was like, oh, okay. So I walk over and she's like, you, anything you want, $6.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I was like, what?
Ooh.
Now, keep in mind, this place was called like, it was a Cajun restaurant. It was like
Right.
it wasn't the Cajun Cafe, but it was close to that. It was like the Cajun spot or something like that. The Cajun, I mean, it could have actually been the Cajun Cafe. But she like does this. She's like calling me over, and I go over and I'm looking, and it's all Chinese food. None of it is what's on the menu either. The menu prices all out the window. She's like, "What do you want? $6." And I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Anything, $6." I'm like, okay, I'll take some rice, and I took pork, and I took some crab rangoons. And she's like, you want a drink? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, $2. And I was like, cool. $8. They packed my shit full.
Wow.
And I got a Snapple. And I was like, that was really weird.
Did you get sick?
So my friends came up, and they also got some. And we were sitting there, and I started looking around, and every other restaurant was closed. And I noticed every single restaurant was closing. They were throwing their food away, their excess food away. And this lady standing there screaming at everyone who two young girls walked by. She was like, girls, eat now. Here, eat now. And she was screaming. And then it hit me. All that food that they have sitting out, they have to throw it away.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're selling it at a discount. Because even though they're losing money, right, they're selling it at a discount. It's better than tossing it.
You're so right, Theron. And like I would love to go. We need to hit up the Natick Mall one day.
We need to hit up level 99.
That would be so much fun, like Big Brother.
It's actually like Big Brother prep. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's literally Big Brother
Big
prep.
Brother prep for when we go, for when we apply.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Oh,
You're
that's
so
gonna be like a
right.
summer thing. I feel.
You're so right. But anything else to say about Black Friday?
Good. A lot of good deals.
I will say there were amazing deals online. Like
I
some
got
of the
some
best
wrapping
deals I've ever
paper.
seen.
3 tubes of wrapping paper for $7.
Now
I got some cool.
That's a bargain because fucking what was that? Five Below sold one.
Five
wrapping
Below was
paper.
$1.
Also-
Also, was $5 for one roll.
The ones you got were thick too. They were like good.
They were
rolls.
thick.
I mean,
mamas.
let's talk about last Christmas when you couldn't even wrap my gift. You wrapped it in a paper bag.
Last
Really gross.
Christmas, I gave you
Whoa.
Bad Time Girl.
I was gonna say you can't. You gave me Good Time Girl by Heather Gay,
Good Time Girl.
which I have read.
And I wrapped it in a
No, listen.
brown paper bag.
Listen, my copy of Good Time Girl sits on my bookshelf because I wanted it for that reason.
The Heather Gay tribute.
I have 2 of them. I have 2 of her books, the only 2 books. Speaking of Heather Gay, do you want to talk about breaking news?
Whoa! But breaking news, things are heating up.
Things
You
are
guys like
heating
that?
up in the SLC because Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah gets early prison release date after serving 33 months. Can you actually believe that, though? Like, this is crazy town.
Honestly, I can't believe that. Jen Shah is going to be back on the streets, freaking slinging dope.
I mean,
And it's crazy.
slinging dope.
If we remember, quick flashback to the first episode of season 2. Sweet Traders. I made a vow
The bucket hat.
that this would be my new hat, and I have only worn it in one episode.
Oh, that's a.
And it's December, guys.
What's your season?
It's December now.
What's your season 3 hat gonna be?
Season 3 hat is gonna be one that is
not that.
But listen, it's season 3, guys, and I think it's time. I've worn the Love Hotel hat and I've worn the crown, but I have only worn this once. And it's almost season 3, so I'm gonna wear this one more time, because now that it's December, the Santa hat's gotta come out. Right? It's gotta come out.
Yeah.
And so this is probably gonna be the last episode without a Santa hat. So I figured this is time for me to say, shout out Double Digit Dan.
Double digit.
You got me this hat.
Chug. So we could
Double digit chugs. Double fisting got me this hat.
What if we get him to chug something for our Christmas interviews for the podcast?
Wait, would that be the freaking crossover of a century? What if you get Ryan to do something too?
We'll talk about it. Anyways, so Jen Shah's release date has been altered numerous times. Every so many months we get like a Jen Shah's coming out in August, Jen Shah's coming out in November. Well, it was originally set for August 30th, 2026, but they're now reporting that the BOP has approved a December 10th departure. So when we upload this video, she's only gonna come out like what, 8 days, like a week from when we put this out,
upload,
which is kind of crazy. Also, I'm kind of worried because is this going to overshine the success of season 6? Because I truly hope that doesn't happen.
No, I don't think so at all.
Now, people are like, oh, we want Jen Shah back, but we don't want Jen Shah back. Whatever. Say what you will. My question for you is, how do you think that Jen Shah and Brittany Bateman would get along?
I don't think Jen Shah can come back.
I don't either. I think she's
not only is she a criminal who's like also a bad person, but the whole cast hates her.
Do you think they'll pick up cameras for like filming her release just for the show, or no? Because they did it with Karen.
Yeah, but that's different.
I know.
Karen's still gonna be on the show, right?
She's not on the show right now.
But she's coming back probably.
Maybe
they should send Jen Shah to Potomac.
That's Real Housewives.
Where all the other arrested housewives go.
Because Mia just got arrested for stealing for like $11,000 worth of furniture.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy what's going on in Potomac. But you really don't think
who's gonna be next?
You don't think they'll
the
pick
bandits?
Up they're gonna no.
Ashley Darby for breaking Wale's heart.
Did you hear that the bandits are back in court because Eminem is suing them? Like Eminem, like the rapper, for their podcast name Reasonably Shady.
Did hear about this.
Yeah, they're back in court, and they said that Eminem's lawyer recently said something like Robin and Giselle are bullying him. Kind of iconic, though. But my point being is, you don't think they'll pick up cameras?
You know what Eminem reminds me of?
What?
And I'm not going to elaborate at all, but Eminem reminds me of iDubbbz.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like iDubbbz.
And I'm just going to leave it at that.
You don't think they're going to pick up cameras?
No, I don't. I don't even think they're
gonna like. I'm not saying like they're gonna film Jen. I'm saying like, do you think they'll like have Bravo cameras like as she walks out and like they'll end the season like that?
I think they're. I don't know if they're gonna put it in. They might just talk. Well,
they'll probably talk.
They're gonna want to get some footage and they're gonna like use it for some editing, like splice a clip for like a trailer.
Yeah.
Of like what they're gonna of like the reunion trailer. Right. They're gonna use it for a clip in the reunion trailer.
Do you think that would it be crazy if like we end the finale of season 6 and it's like Bravo's decided to pick up cameras and it's like Heather and Jen like meeting for lunch? Like that would be crazy. Heather Gay has talked so much shit ever since she went to jail that I'm like worried. Like Heather's gonna get like hurt.
Jen Shah hit her.
Yeah, she released the information about the black eye. But like, does Jen know like about Monica being on the show? Does Jen know about Bronwyn? Does Jen know about Brittany?
Yes, obviously Jen knows about this stuff.
But do you think that she knew them? Like,
it's not like she's isolated in a holding cell. She has access to the outside world. I know, but
I'm saying like, do you think that like Jen? You think she followed with what's going on in the show?
She probably had someone come tell her. Yeah.
Do you think that Jen knew these people before they got on? Like, do you think that Jen like knew of Bronwyn?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Who was Bronwyn friends with?
Lisa Barlow.
That's funny. It always ends up being
Right?
like that,
It
doesn't it?
always ends up with the housewife who brings the friend on. It's always they go against each other.
But
Because like Lisa Rinna brought Sutton on the show.
didn't Yolanda bring?
Yolanda brought Erica, but they're still good friends even to this day, I think. Yeah, Yolanda brought Erica Jane on the show.
Who brought Rinna on the show?
I want to say she was friends with Eileen. And
They came on together.
Yolanda?
Wasn't it Yolanda who brought
because
them
weren't
on?
the model's daughter's friend? Yeah.
Yes. Yolanda brought Rinna on.
Crazy. That season is so good. Season 5.
Turning up the heat.
If you want to get into the Housewives franchise, because I understand a lot of people here don't watch the Housewives, I would say watch all of Salt Lake City because it's short, 6 seasons. And if you really want to like get into it, watch season 5 to 14 of
to 9
Beverly Hills. No, keep watching Beverly Hills. Watch season 5 on.
Or
yeah,
you don't even need to watch Salt Lake City because you can just watch our coverage of it.
Or well,
Kick ass, take names. Hey, sponsor us, maybe. If you're gonna put your pop-up ad, maybe give us
The Hanger should sponsor us. That's about
if the Hanger were to give us money, I would talk about how much I love their chicken.
Do you want to take a break and then get into Stranger Things, or do you want to do Stranger Things now?
Let's take a break.
And then we'll be right back with Stranger Things Season 5 recap.
What did it say?
Nothing.
It's at least not a negative recording.
And we're back.
And we're back.
So we were at our Friendsgiving, and we were like trying to find something to do, and they were like, Stranger Things came out, and I was like, oh my god, let's go watch Stranger Things. So we watched.
Wait, hold on. Before we discuss this,
what?
You know what show you should watch?
What show? Dexter.
You should watch Dexter.
I don't think. Okay, I'll put it. I will give it a chance.
Because okay, so like I would say like as I'm watching it, I'm like close to the end of season 3, so I still like have a little ways to go. It's pretty long. Every season is 12 episodes, and they're hour-long episodes.
Mm.
And it's 9 seasons.
12's a good
it's a bit of a long show.
12's a good number.
It's different than something like The Sopranos,
right? In
that The Sopranos is a very dialogue-heavy show,
mm-hmm.
and Dexter follows a lot more of. It is more action-packed. I would say it's comparable to like the writing of Breaking Bad.
Okay. But
applied to like an NCIS type show.
Right. So I've actually seen a Dexter opening. We had to watch it in high school and like analyze it. And when and I don't know, this might be like a every episode thing, but it's when he's like waking up in the morning and making breakfast, and he's like,
yeah, that's like the intro.
Yeah, we watched that.
Yeah. It's very much like, it is very similar to a lot of other like detective cop shows where it's like similar to NCIS, Law and Order,
right?
Where it like each episode has like an individual thing, and then there's usually like also like an overarching plot.
Yeah.
Except it's way more character and plot driven than those other shows. Like you could watch like a standalone episode, but you kind of have to watch it in order. It's not like you can just put on the show and watch any episode like something like NCIS. But it is very much like shifted more towards that kind of like, it's that type of show.
Isn't there
but it has like, yeah, there's like there's a like a reboot, and then there's like what's like a sequel, and then there's like a prequel show. I don't really know. There's a lot of extra shows. I don't know where they fit into
I think I saw that there was like some Dexter show just got renewed.
Yeah, well, there's like Dexter New Blood, and then there's like Dexter, there's another Dexter, and then there's like Dexter Original Sin, which is like a prequel. I don't know. There's like a lot of different shows, but the original show is just 9 seasons, and it's on P+, so you could watch it.
Good.
But it's very much like, it's a bit easier
Yeah.
to watch than a show like The Sopranos because it's not as like
Sopranos
dialogue
is so
heavy.
good though, let me tell you. I was
What
thinking
is?
of Sopranos. I was thinking about watching
It's really
season
good.
3 the other day. I was like, I should put on
You
season
should
3.
watch season 3 so we can review it
I think
during season 3 of the show.
I think we will. I think I will because
Can you believe that it's almost season 3 that we've almost been doing this for like?
So in July it'll be 2 years, but we'll starting season 3 on in January, right? Starting season 3 in January.
Yeah,
which is crazy. The longest thing we've ever stuck to.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we're still sticking to it. To be honest,
I'm surprised that we're still consistent.
Yeah, honestly, we've been really consistent. We've been putting out weekly episodes for a while now, which is really surprising.
Just wait. Just wait till we get busy in this month. Just you wait. No, we'll find time. It's easy to find.
No, I think so. Honestly,
it'll be easy to find time because even with you working again, it's like you can even do.
I feel like I have more time than I did freaking last year.
Yeah, it's easy. It's much easier to film an episode when you close than I dare say film an episode when you're living away. You know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, let's get into Stranger Things season 5.
All right. So Stranger Things. Obviously, spoilers for everything related to Stranger Things.
For everything related to Stranger Things season 5 part 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do we want to give a brief recap of the entire series so far?
I don't even know how to even like get that. Like, if you're not watching, you're kind of screwed. If you're not watching, go back and watch. It's a pretty quick watch from what I understand. Isn't there like only 8 episodes a season?
Yeah, it is not that long of a watch.
No. My issue though is,
but a lot happens.
Let me tell you my issue with Stranger Things season 5. Okay? So far, the episodes have been brilliant, okay? Editing, effects, love it. I'm not a big fan of the release schedule. Now, I'm not a big fan of when they release an entire season at once. Like, they did that with Secret Mormon Wives, where they released all 10 episodes on one day. And I was like, that's kind of like, it ruins it, because, like, spoilers on TikTok. I do like how they're releasing it in chunks, where it's 4 episodes in a chunk, another month later, 4 episodes, a few weeks later, you know, the finale. But I like how it released November 26th, the day before Thanksgiving. That was, I think, a good idea. Okay. Now, releasing Volume 2 on Christmas is kind of...
Is it on Christmas Day?
It's on Christmas Day. Kind of nutso, in my opinion. Because I don't know about you now. Not everyone celebrates the holiday, obviously. But in my mind, it's like, I'm not going to find time on Christmas to watch Stranger Things. And I'm not...
But you know what? That does sound like a December 26th activity.
That sounds like a December 26th activity. I agree. But should it have come out December 26th? Like, I guess it comes out at 8, what it won't matter. But, like, I just know that, like, I'll get spoiled. Okay? Now,
you just gotta stay off TikTok. Although my reels are cooked because I liked one. Right. I liked one single Instagram reel about Stranger Things, and now my whole For You page is Ted Wheeler videos.
And then if the finale is gonna come out at 8 p.m. on New Year's Eve, it's 3 hours, so it's gonna end like right before the ball drop. But then I can't watch my Andy and Andy.
Oh yeah, right. We're gonna have to wait till after the ball drops
to watch a 3-hour finale. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But after my bitching, Volume 1, fantastic. I thought it was awesome. 4 episodes. They're long, but I do want to say short and sweet. The hour went by kind of fast. Right. I agree. I did like the first 4 because I don't like how they're going to release them all at once. What I appreciate about this show is they do great job with pairing. They love to pair characters together and have I found
throughout the whole series, like the most character development comes from 2 characters being paired together,
or just like
and
a
like
small
that
group.
Dynamic being, because it's such like, even though they're like a pretty tight knit group and they've all like kind of come together now as this big force.
Right.
Obviously you have the original 4, you have the adult 4, so Steve and Nancy and Jonathan and who's Will's brother, and Robin.
Yep.
And then you have Joyce, and then you have Hopper and Eleven.
And then you also have what's that dude's name? not Alexi. The
Oh, Murray.
Murray.
And then you have Murray.
But then you also have like Lucas, Caleb. You also have like Erica, the sister. You have the Wheeler
Erica.
parents. You have
Max, who's in a coma.
Max. You have Max. And then you go into the monsters, and it's very well portrayed. Sometimes I do forget who's related to who. I will be honest with you, and I forget who's like parents of who, because they like all look the same. Like I'm telling you, Robin and Nancy, right? I think that's her name. The daughter, isn't her name Nancy?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I mix those two up constantly. I'm like, wait,
Really?
only because of like the fact that they like are two white girls that like kind of function in the same character. You know what I mean? Like
They're
like,
in like the same like group.
and then it's like she's dating Steve, and then she's dating Jonathan, who are two men who kind of look the same, just have like different hair. They don't look the same, but like, you know what I mean? It's like Robin could be dating Jonathan, and I'm like, huh?
All right.
Then you forget Robin's a lesbian.
This is what happens when you tune into the show after not watching season 1 or 2.
Not even. Maybe, but that's also what happens when you tune in the show after not watching it for 4 years when it's on a 4-year
Yeah, that's true.
hiatus.
I honestly really needed to watch that 20-minute recap that we watched, because
Right.
otherwise I would have been a little bit lost. Because you forget things like after 4 years, like I don't remember every significant aspect of Vecna's backstory.
I guess if we can give basic, I don't want to like talk about the entire show, but like I guess we can talk about where season 4 ended and where we pick up, maybe.
Yeah. So season 4 pretty much ends with Max gets killed by Vecna,
Right.
and 11 brings her back to life, just barely. So she's in a coma, and because of that kill, Vecna is able to pretty much create a giant portal to the Upside Down that spills out into Hawkins. So fast forward to the time of season 5, and the military has come in and they've completely sealed off the entire area. And so the military is in Hawkins. They're running these operations called burn operations, where they essentially burn out the big flesh monster that's covering the portal to the Upside Down that's been there since the beginning. And they go in and they do like recon and stuff like that. So that brings us to our main characters, who are all working together, pretty much trying to keep it under wraps. They're hunting Vecna. That's their goal, is to kill Vecna. And they're using these burn operations as a cover to send Hopper into the Upside Down to try to like assess where Vecna could be and then come back and report to them.
Yeah, basically.
And by the time of the first episode, it seems like this has been happening for a little bit. It looks like it's been going on for a while. It doesn't seem like much has gone on with a lot of the characters. 11 is in hiding from the government and is living with Hopper.
They have that fake out like Rocky training scene.
Yes, where
let
it
me
looks
tell
like
you.
she got caught, but they caught someone else.
Oh my
Her
God.
Rocky fit? Ooh.
11 is wearing some of the most ugly clothing of all time. These
Yeah, she gotta fix that.
terrible leggings
It's
with
terrible.
terrible gym shorts with a terrible bandana and a terrible hoodie. Okay?
Yeah.
Whoever was on that dressing team needs to be fired, okay? They did my girl dirty. At least, although she did grow her hair back because she was bald at the end of season 4.
Right.
So,
Which indicates that some time has passed.
they're also old as fuck. They're like 30 years old playing high schoolers.
Yeah, they're like 20,
25.
probably. 22. Yeah.
So Robin and Steve are now working at a
hold a radio show?
station, kind of a podcast,
Kind of like us.
Um,
And they basically use the radio station
It's
to
awesome.
communicate information to the rest of their friends without being caught. Jonathan is still useless and pothead. Argyle is nowhere to be found.
yeah, Did
He
he
probably went back
die?
to California. No, I think he just went back to
they
California.
just couldn't hire him for Volume 1. They want to pay him.
Yeah.
Can we
Nancy
talk
is still
about?
with Jonathan.
Can we talk about?
All the buyers are living with the Wheelers. So
Correct.
Winona Ryder and Jonathan and Will are living in the Wheeler family with Mike and Nancy,
Can we talk a
and
little
Holly,
bit?
who's all grown up now, the little girl,
Who?
Holly,
Holly. Yeah, right. Holly.
Mike's sister.
Holly, she is a main character of the season.
Yep.
But I do want to talk
And she's
about.
seeing something. She's hallucinating.
I do want to talk about our little boy. I forgot his name. You just said it. Dustin. I want to talk about Dustin.
Oh yeah, Dustin.
Excuse me. I want to talk about Dustin. Now, Dustin is obviously grieving the death of Eddie. Eddie, the dungeon master from last season. And
Right.
so he comes to school wearing the Hellfire Club T-shirt. He has a very nerd fit. I mean, it's Dustin, you know. All of these characters are nerds. They
Yeah.
play Dungeons and Dragons, you know?
He's chopped. Let's just say Dustin is chopped.
Basically, Dustin goes to school, and these like 80s bullies like, "Hey, bro, how dare you wear that shirt, man?" And he was like, "It's Eddie's," and they like bully him and like throw him into a locker. And then Lucas goes, "Stop bullying my friend. We need to use the power of kindness." And fucking, it didn't.
And then
say
Somber
that, but-
comes out and he's like,
Mike.
if you don't he's like, they're not worth it, Dustin. Let's not allow these low IQ mouth breathers to spread their germs to our superior intellect anymore.
So then Dustin goes to the cemetery to Eddie's grave. Am I correct?
Yes.
And then it's
Well,
written,
he leaves a snake in the bully's locker.
which was like kind of iconic. I'm not gonna lie. Like but
But also kind of stupid.
Well, these 80s, also the 80s bullies are it's so camp. Like they're in like the biggest Letterman jackets of all time with the biggest flat hats. Like it's so over dramatic. This I will say this show does get the 80s like correct, and they do like they make it so dramatic, the costuming, and which is why 11 is wearing these rags. But like it's so good, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah,
they get to the grave, and then what was written on the grave? It was written in blood of the snake.
It was like Burn in Hell or something like that.
And then all the 80s bullies jump Dustin, and it's like pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's like some like It level like bully jumping where they're like beating the hell out of him, and like Loki looks like they're gonna kill him.
Like he gets
And he threw like
fucked
lighter fluid in
up.
their eyes. It was crazy.
He gets fucked up, let me tell you.
He's fucked up.
He gets chopped, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So the season
that's
is
essentially the state of everyone.
the season is focusing a lot on Holly and Holly's
Right. So Holly has
family,
an imaginary friend named Mr. Whatsit.
who I would like to refer
and-
to as the Benadryl Hat Man.
Right. And all that we know is that she is saying that he's going to protect her from monsters, and her whole family, including Mike, is ignoring this, even though Mike knows about everything that's going on. So they do the burn mission, and Hopper goes into the Upside Down. They plan everything out for it. But this time, there's hella Demogorgons, and they actually murk the entire military unit that Hopper's with, which leaves Hopper stranded in the Upside Down.
So I'm wondering, are these different Demogorgons than we've seen? Are they more powerful, or is it just that there's more of them?
It's just that there's more of them.
Also, do we want to talk about the first scene we see is a flashback to something that
So
happened
we
in season
see
1.
we see a flashback to season 1 Will, where he gets taken by the Demogorgon at some point when he's trapped in the Upside Down, and he gets brought to Vecna, and Vecna shoves a tube in his mouth and pumps Vecna juice into his mouth.
It's like how Kukabaso is getting made. Is what it reminded me of.
And so now, like, we kind of get to see like that Will has this sort of connection to them, and he's had this connection like obviously for a while, but he's starting to see from the perspective of the Demogorgons, and we actually see this that like he can see where the Demogorgons are, and by seeing through the Demogorgons, he realizes that they're all heading to the Wheeler household, where obviously no one is except for Holly and the Wheeler parents.
And those fuck ass let me tell you, the mom's iconic. Okay, she's an alcohol mom who likes to take her little bats. Let mommy
And
take her
if we
bats.
remember, I forgot about this, but she almost had an affair with Billy.
I forgot that was the same person. Let me tell you, Billy looks like someone who goes to Planet Fitness where I live.
Really?
Yeah, except he's alive. Basically, they have this golf dad, and the golf dad
Mike
is
Wheeler.
like,
Put some respect on his name.
let me tell you, this guy is just like the worst. Like he's swinging his golf club, his golf club in the back. It reminded me of like the Addams Family movies when Gomez would just like hit the golf balls into his neighbor's house and would like shatter glass. You know what I'm
Listen,
talking
Mike
about?
Wheeler is a legend. Okay, I've seen enough Mike Wheeler edits over the last 24 hours to know that Mike Wheeler is a legend.
Well, he's not good enough because Holly, she's trying to go to bed in her room, and a fuck-ass portal opens up, and these Demogorgons come to kill her. Let me tell you.
So she runs into where her mom is, and her mom's enjoying some wine in the tub, and her mom's like, "Bitch, you crazy? There ain't nothing here."
You're
And
telling
suddenly,
me that
Demogorgon.
the mom was listening to some music, and you're telling me the mom could not hear that noise because she's listening to the radio?
Hell yeah. She got a little
Crazy.
crunk. But they hide in the tub, and they're about to get cooked.
Oh, that
by a
scene was
Demogorgon.
so cool when the camera is showing the POV of them holding their breaths in the tub while the Demogorgon's coming. Awesome.
But guess who comes in to save the frickin' day?
Mike
Wheeler pulls up, golf club in hand, and goes, "You motherfucker, stay away from my wife and daughter."
Wait, is
and
his
he
name
starts
Mike Wheeler?
swinging that thing.
Is his name Mike
Oh yeah,
Wheeler?
I think his name is Mike.
But isn't Mike the son?
I'm pretty sure the dad's name is. It's either Mike or George. Wait, what's his name?
Well, isn't the Wheeler? Isn't that Mike's dad?
Ted Wheeler. Sorry, Ted
Yeah,
Wheeler.
Mike's the
Ted.
kid.
His name is Ted.
Mike's the useless kid.
My bad. His name is Ted.
Ted Wheeler.
Ted Wheeler.
Anyways, Ted Wheeler swings
And the mom's
that
name is
golf
Karen.
club, swings that golf club, and you said Nancy, the daughter, swings that golf club and just
Holly.
fucks up that Demogorgon until it fucked
Yeah.
him up, and it all like
Yeah, so he
basically
low-key misses all his shots, but it's okay because Ted Wheeler can't show his full potential yet. And then he gets absolutely sideswiped, guts come out everywhere. And he just gets pushed against the wall. And so then, obviously, Karen Wheeler pulls up, and she's like, "I'm going to take you out, bitch." And she breaks the wine bottle, and she starts stabbing it, and then he just goes right for the throat and completely cuts her throat open.
And then we see Nancy
And
and
grabs
Jonathan
Holly.
run in, grabs Holly, leaves, but then we see Nancy and Jonathan run in too late, and watching the parents basically die. It was crazy. It was straight out of a horror movie.
Yes.
But it was such a
Except
good scene. They're
they
not
get
dead.
the ambulance, and they're not dead. They're both fine. Ted is a freaking trooper, dude. Probably a veteran of World War II or some shit. And he's a freaking trooper, and he's totally fine. And despite Karen Ted had his intestines come out, and Karen had her throat come out, and they're both still alive. So they rush him to the hospital. You know, Nancy's all upset. She's covered in her mom's blood. Mike doesn't give a fuck at all. He's just standing there, looking
normal.
like he's ready to go make a 6-7 joke at his next concert. And then, you know, they're like talking, and they're like, "Fuck, dude, where'd our sister go?" Right? That's the big question. And 11 actually went into the underground to try to chase her down. So 11 gets through the portal just in time, and she's now in the underground. She ends up meeting up with Hopper, and they sort of reconvene. And then that brings us, to the next episode.
Episode 2.
The next episode is a lot of sort of trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
So
I
they
think-
end up getting in contact.
Don't we see
Nancy?
Don't we see the the Hillary Clinton general doctor in this episode
Mm,
when we're introduced to
Yes.
the lab?
Yes. Yeah, they have she's pretty much in charge of the whole like military operation going on, and she wants to find and kill 11.
This lady.
Yeah.
Isn't,
Will realizes.
Don't. Oh no, sorry. I'm jumping ahead. I was jumping ahead. But
Will realizes that he's seeing the Demogorgon, and he's also seeing from Vecna, and they make the realization that Mr. Whatsit is actually Henry.
So I was just gonna say
or
that.
Vecna.
Yeah, they show the house where he killed his family in season 4, where Holly is now in,
And that's where he's bringing Holly. Mhm.
and he's like giving her like favorite treats and this
Yep.
and that. He's trying to get her. And
Episode 2 doesn't have a ton of stuff that happens, really.
No,
It's a lot of just preparing for, like, okay, we need to get
we do.
Holly back. How are we going to get Holly back? They
We-
find out that it's Vecna who has her,
We do
and they
meet.
come to the realization that he's, like, taking kids.
We do meet the best
um,
character of the entire series, though. We meet Derek.
Yep. That's episode 3, mostly. So, episode 3,
Derek.
we meet Derek,
Oh my god.
Dipshit Derek.
He is my favorite character of Stranger Things history, let me tell you. This kid knew what he was doing, okay? There's aspects of John Candy in this child. There are aspects of Chris Farley. This is top-level comedy. I'm seeing some Newman. Okay? I'm seeing some Seinfeld. I'm seeing just comedy let Joan Rivers. I see everything in this child, okay? And maybe it's because he reminds me of me. Maybe because he reminds me of me. Okay? God forbid he wants to play video games, but his bitch sister wants to turn them off, okay? That's my TED Talk. He deserves it all.
So, basically, they're able to identify the fact that Derek is going to be taken next. He's the next target because Will saw Vecna talking to him. So, they decide Erica, can't spell America without Erica. Erica has used to be best friends with Derek's older sister. They had a falling out. And so they decide that they are going to roofie Derek's entire family in a custard pie that Erica makes. So Erica makes a pie, goes over, fills it with roofies, drugs dipshit Derek's whole family.
The MAGA family.
Except the sister. The sister won't eat it. And so then Erica stabs her in the neck with a needle. And freaking injects tranquilizer into her. They put pillowcases over everyone's heads, and they tie them up and they drag them out to a barn.
I told you to eat your pie.
And then they freaking Home Alone Derek's house because they know that the Demogorgons are coming for it. So they Home Alone Derek's whole house, and they set up a trap. The Demogorgon shows up and they start beating the fuck out of this Demogorgon. They got like a big trap, like a freaking booby trap door that he falls through and falls into barbed wire. And they put a tracker on him and they freaking flame him. And it gets away, but they're tracking it. And as they're tracking it, they realize that he's going to where they're keeping dipshit Derek. Derek wakes up and he starts tweaking the fuck out. And he's like attacking everyone. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
So strong.
I gotta get out of here. And then the Demogorgon pulls up, and freaking Winona Ryder holds off a Demogorgon with like a fork or like a fucking pitchfork. She's like, or an axe. She picks up an axe and she's like swinging that shit at it, and then he runs off. And he runs off and escapes. And as he's going into the underground, Dustin, Steve, Jonathan, and Nancy, who are in the car together, Steve's like, "Listen, guys, I'm gonna go full force driving into this portal." And he does it, and he guns it, and they get into the upside down.
Hey, there was a part you missed. So Robin, the lesbian, which we love here at the Potato Podcast, she's a new girlfriend who is the nurse. Okay.
Right. This is the girl. They've been seeing each other for since last season.
Do you want to talk about the cucking?
Oh yes. So obviously Robin's a lesbian, and this is something no one knows except for Steve. I think Erica might know it too, but anyway. I'm pretty sure just Steve knows it. Maybe someone else. But she is at the, hospital, and she's getting a little kissy with her girl in the secret. And freaking Will walks by, and he sees that shit, and he goes, "Ooh," and he like freaking is staring, and he drops his drink. And they notice it, and he runs away. But Nancy sees him running away.
Then
so Nancy, or not Nancy, Robin sees him running away. And so Robin's like, "I know that you know." And they start to, kind of hang out, and there's a little thing that happens where they're like, they go on like a little mini adventure, and then Winona Ryder's like, "You can't take my kid away from me." But they're becoming like good friends, and I think it's the gay best friends.
Yeah, they're probably
because Will
talk about it.
If there's one thing about Will, he's a freaking homosexual dude.
Oh my!
He has the hots for Mike. All last season when he was third wheeling Mike and Elle, he was like, "Oh my god, I love Mike so much."
Another story is Holly is alone at the house.
Yes.
And number one Vecna, he leaves, and basically she gets a knock on the door. She's like, "What is going on?" She opens the mailbox, and it's a map and a compass. It's like, "Come this way, hey, come see the X." Anyway, so she goes through the peppermint forest, and she's going. She finds the rocks, and lo and behold, who is this person? It is not number one who sent her this note. It's Max, alive from the coma.
Yes. So essentially what we learn is that where Vecna took Holly is the memory world, which is where we saw Vecna and Max have their fight, and everything Vecna related happens in this memory world. And so it's a world of Vecna's memories, all of his memories, and that's why the house is there. And Max was in there, and she almost escaped because of Lucas's help, but then she ended up not escaping, and Vecna caught her and chased her. But for some reason, this little cave area, which I'm sure we'll learn about later, is very traumatic for Vecna. He cannot go there. He cannot go into the cave. He's terrified of it. And so because of that, he stays away from that cave, and that's where Max made her hideout. So we learn that Max is alive, technically, and she's trapped in this world, and that's why she's in the coma, because she's trapped in the memory world. So she's trying to get out, and she is working now with Holly to try to create an escape plan. That's sort of where they are.
And it kind of ends there.
That's where their story
volume
ends.
1. Yeah.
Also, the people now in the Upside Down, Steve, Dustin, Nancy, and Jonathan. We don't see a ton more from them. We basically they identify that there's this big wall of flesh that is surrounding the entire Upside Down,
which Hopper is aware of, as well as
which Hopper and 11 also were discovered. They identify this big wall of flesh, and they decide. Dustin figures out that it's a circle, and that the exact middle of the circle is the HAWKINS research facility, which is where the portal originally, everything started. So they are going to go investigate that. So that's where their story sort of ends for volume 1.
Now, I would say volume 1 really gets this is like where my heart was pumping out of my chest.
So after the failed taking of Derek is safe. He did not get taken by the Demogorgon. However, who was taken were all the other kids in the entire town who were ages 9 to 10. And they were taken by the government because the government identified what was happening, and they took the children to their place, their government facility, which is exactly what Vecna wanted. So Robin says that she likes Dick, and they do a Tom, Dick, and Harry styled sort of tunnel plan where basically they send Derek in to the facility. And he goes, hey, like, you guys miss me. Like, let me come in with the rest of my classmates. And he identifies every single person who is seeing Vecna or Mr. Whatsit. And then they use the tunnels that go under all of Hawkins from back in the day to basically go right under the bathroom. And they create a hole in the bathroom. And they have Derek slowly, one by one, send in the Mr. Whatsit kids so they can escape through the tunnel. They start sending them in. But then the sink starts to flood, and so Mike and Lucas have to go and try to fix the sink, while Joyce and Robin keep, bringing the kids to safety, and Murray. So they're bringing the kids to safety. Murray has his truck smuggled in there, and it's all ready to take all the kids out. He has like a nice little cushioned area for the kids. So that's good. And they get about halfway through the kids when
the pipes start to burst.
The pipes start leaking, and this little freaking know-it-all bitch girl notices the water leaking, and she goes, and she's like, freaking sees Mike and Lucas in there, like, trying to, like, fix the pipe. And so she rats on them to the military guy. So Derek and his guys, they try to rush, but they can't make it in time. Will and Joyce and Mike all get caught, along with Derek and the last two people. Lucas is with two kids that he's still helping come down, and Robin has taken off with the rest of the kids. So he makes it into the tunnels with those two kids, and then Robin meets up with Murray outside. And so Mike, Joyce, will get taken up with Derek and the other kids, and they're brought in, and the military people are like, what the hell are you doing? What's wrong with you? And suddenly, the Demogorgons pull up.
Right.
The Demogorgons pull up.
There's some like Doctor Strange portal shit. Like they're just popping everywhere.
They're popping up everywhere, and they start killing the military people.
They murk all of them.
They also pull up in the tunnels, and they start chasing Lucas and his two kids. And then they pull up outside, and Murray and Robin have to drive away. So they're getting chased, everyone's getting chased, and stuff is looking bad. And stuff goes from bad to worse when Vecna frickin' pulls up.
Yeah.
Vecna pulls up, and he's like, "This is over for all of you." And he kills a bunch of people, and then he basically has the Demogorgons all lock in and like grab the kids. So the Demogorgons grab Lucas's kids, and they bring them into the Upside Down. They grab Derek and the other 2 kids and bring them to the Upside Down, and they break open the truck and they steal all the kids out of the truck, and they bring them to the Upside Down. So all the kids that Vecna needed have now been brought to the Upside Down. Vecna leaves, and we're left with the Demogorgons, and the Demogorgons are about to fuck shit up. Murray's truck has crashed. I don't know if Murray's okay.
Or
his
Robin.
truck flipped over. Robin is okay. She gets out of the truck.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
But she's about to get murked by a Demogorgon. Mike is about to get murked by a Demogorgon. And Lucas is about to get murked by 2 Demogorgons. They're all about to die. And in this moment, Will is still seeing through the eyes of Demogorgon. And he has a remembrance. And he has a flashback to about 20 minutes earlier when him and Robin were talking in the tunnels. And they're like best friends now. Robin and Will are like best friends. And they were talking, and Robin was talking about how like when she had her first crush on some girl, and then the girl started going out with Steve, and how it was like affected her, but she realized that it wasn't about the girl, it was about herself and finding herself and being gay. And then Will is like, I want to be gay too. And he starts thinking about him and Mike and all the great childhood memories that him and Mike have. And then Will freaking locks in, and he uses telekinetic powers to kill all of the Demogorgons.
And then
he like brings them up, and he like Vecna kills them.
His nose starts to bleed.
His nose starts to bleed. And that ends the episode and all of their stories.
Well,
there is one last thing we have to talk about, and that is Hopper and 11.
Yeah.
So Hopper and 11 were in the Upside Down. They ran into the military. The military has this technology that's like sound technology that basically like makes it so 11 can't use her powers. And when they're interrogating this guy in the military, they identify that there's one room that has all these sound waves coming in it, going at one person. And so Hopper is like, that must be Vecna. They must have Vecna. So they get out of the Upside Down, and they go to a military facility. They go to the like military facility, not the one where they have all the kids, but they go to like the research facility. They break in, and they're trying to get into the room that they think has Vecna in it. The evil Hillary Clinton doctor lady pulls up, and there's a big fight, but she gets like stabbed by 11, and then she gets kind of bitched out.
Yeah.
And they end up taking her key card, and Hopper is like, listen, 11, I'm wearing a suicide vest. I'm going to go in there and take Vecna out no matter what. And 11's all sad, and Hopper has this moment where he's like thinking about like, oh, like I want to be like my daughter, I miss my daughter, and he's like, I love you, Jane, because that's 11's name.
Always forget about
like,
that.
That's like her name that he gave her or whatever. Yeah. Or no, that's like her actual name, I'm pretty sure, that her parents gave her before she got taken away. But he goes in there, and she's all sad, and then suddenly he comes back out, and he's like, yo, that's not Vecna in there. And they go in there, and they look, and it's freaking number 8.
Yeah.
The only person who didn't get killed in the slaughter because she escaped before, 11's sister from season 2.
And then the episode
is back, and she's in custody, and that is volume 1.
And I like that, because I like that it left it on a cliffhanger that wasn't like a character death, but it also introduces a new character for a new volume.
Right. So we now know like every single person has like their own thing. Like Max and Holly are together, and they're trying to get out of the memory world. Mm-hmm. We have the 4 Jonathan, Steve, Dustin, and Nancy are in the Upside Down, and they're going to investigate the center area. 11 and Hopper just joined up with 8, and they're in the facility. And then everyone else is around with Will, and Will just unlocked his new powers. So we have a lot of sort of like it's a cliffhanger for every like story, but it's a satisfying one. It's like, not like a, what the hell, they left me in the middle of the action. Like, it was like a nice resolution. Everything kind of got like a mini resolution to it. And to the point where it's like, okay, now where do we go next?
And if you guys like didn't watch, there's enough time to watch. You have until Christmas, so there's enough time. There's also enough time to get hyped. I'm excited. I'm excited, especially with
For
Will's
freaking sure.
New powers. Like that shit's gonna be crazy.
Because now him and 11 combined, they have like the same power as Vecna.
They do. What would you give it out of 5?
Honestly, I would give it like a solid like 4
It was really good.
out of 5. It was really good. I like the show. It's not my favorite show by any means, but I do think it's a good show.
Yeah, 1000%.
And I look forward to covering
Volume 2.
we'll probably cover the whole rest of the season in our
probably
season
premiere,
3
right?
premiere. Yeah.
Yeah, that was that. Let's after
Hey,
Stranger
when is
Things,
Traders coming out?
Traders is coming out January 8th. January 8th.
Oh
like
shoot.
That. Yeah, they came out with their cast photos recently. We'll also have House of Villains like the week after. So
oh my
we'll
god,
have a lot.
That's gonna be tough. So the House of Villains is not gonna get the same coverage this year.
No, so Traders
because
will be
of Trader.
Traders will be a
Traders will be. Well, we're gonna be covering Traders because will Salt Lake be done by then? Almost.
Salt Lake will be like wrapping up in February. So we'll have Salt Lake, we'll have Traders, and then what I think we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put a little bit of a break on Bev Hills. Until if it's good, we'll talk a little bit about it, but we won't, go into deep recaps.
And maybe House of Villains can get like a 10-minute treatment.
Right, but Traders will be a main focus, Salt Lake will be a main focus, and then we also got House of Villains to talk about. So
yeah. Lot to look forward to in the coming months, and we got obviously Christmas just around the corner.
Great TV though.
But yeah, lots of excitement.
Hey, I'm excited. I'm excited for Bev Hills too. I don't want to shit on it, but
oh heck yeah,
so much TV. Let's talk about Salt Lake City episode 10 and Whitney's high body count hair party. Can we talk about that for a minute? Mary Cosby, the star of this fucking
oh my god,
show.
We didn't even talk about Salt Lake yet?
We have not even talked about Salt Lake yet.
Wait, I thought we already talked about it. Wait, what did we talk about then?
We talked about Jen Shah.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you, you're so excited to talk about Salt Lake, aren't you?
Oh my god, my voice is so cooked from talking about Stranger Things. I totally forgot about Salt Lake.
Salt Lake City was so fun. So Whitney, after last episode, apparently the shit went down on this plane, right? Okay, so Whitney is throwing a high body count hair surprise party in honor of Brittany. So they all come, they get these terrible extensions, like the worst extensions of all time. Bronwyn bought like a Build-A-Bear like stuff machine of like the best Build-A-Bear of Utah in order to replenish her uni that got thrown in the water. Although uni was at BravoCon, so I think uni is okay. And knowing Brittany,
yeah, uni was recovered.
Uni will be brought into the reunion. I just know.
Mm-hmm.
I just know it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they all have their high body count hair, and they all they all do a voice memo for their Build-A-Bear, except Mary Cosby. Mary Cosby hands Brittany her bear, and it doesn't do anything. And she's like, "Yeah, I didn't write one. I don't really like Brittany." And it was just so fucking funny. And Mary Cosby, I like seeing Mary Cosby like in the mix because I'm so used to her like season 1, 2, 4, where like she's like does not want to go to the parties. She'll just like stay in the Sprinter van. Yeah. It's so funny. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I will say, Mary Cosby and Angie K's friendship, it's like one of the best duos of all time.
It is. It literally is.
Like watching them is so much fun.
They're like a duo. Because they're so different, but they get along so well.
Right? You're so right. What do you think about Brittany? Do you think that she like deserves to be like the victim in this situation?
Well, I think she's obviously the victim in the situation of show me the TikTok, Brittany.
Right.
You better show her that TikTok, bitch.
Is that what you think?
I think
went
she's
down?
definitely. Yes, I think she's definitely the victim, but I think at the same time, like, she doesn't deserve to have, like, any... You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she was the victim in the situation. I think it's more funny, though, because, like, Brittany should be bullied off the show. I don't understand why it's, like, a bad thing that Meredith is doing that.
What did you think about her one-on-one with Jared?
It was really hard to watch because, like, Jared's like, oh, listen, I don't appreciate that you're talking to these people and being flirty with everyone. And Brittany's like, well, we're on a break, and I thought that was okay. And Jared's like, well, that's the problem, Brittany. It's that it's not okay, and you clearly don't love me. And Brittany's like, well, let's just not talk anymore and let's leave.
What
And
about
then they
Brittany
left, and
crying in the woods and the cameras like filming her? And
Yeah.
he's just like, Brittany.
nothing got accomplished that episode.
Let me tell
Oh
you.
fuck, we're talking about Salt Lake.
You got to put the shades because it's
The Salt Lake Shades.
It's really hot. So that happened. Lisa Barlow has a one-on-one with John Barlow, and John Barlow is like finally calling her out on like the way she acts, and I've like
And she's
never
like,
seen that
I don't
before.
know what you're talking about, John.
What are you talking
And
about?
John's like,
what do you mean
dude,
I'm self-centered?
You suck as a wife.
John, don't say I'm self-centered, John. What are you talking about? That would never be me.
I kind of like John Barlow.
I kind of like John Barlow too. I like him
He
more than his
passes the
wife.
vibe check. He gives me a good vibe.
Right? You know who does not give me a good vibe? Todd. Let me tell you, I don't think I've ever seen something so hard to watch in my entire life. Like, this Todd sit down was crazy. And like, here's my whole thing on this. Bronwyn wanted to sit down with Todd to have a conversation, not about ending the marriage, but to see what they can do to fix this. Bronwyn is okay if, for him to be happy, he can, look around at other people. But they need to have this conversation. But I think this is a prime example of the problems with their age gap, where Bronwyn is so young and a little bit more open to change and progression, where Todd is a little bit more conservative and kind of wants, conservative traditional values, maybe.
Right. Todd wants to have a monogamous marriage where he can monogamously talk to big booty Latinas on the phone on his plane
on his
and
iPad.
cheat on his wife. You know what happened to the good old fashioned American husband who cheats on his wife and she just sits there and takes it.
What about when she was like,
we need more people like Todd in the world.
I was talking to Whitney, and Whitney, she was talking about being open. I do not want to talk. Why are you sharing
Why
this
are you talking
with these
about
women?
our relationship with these women?
It's like, Todd, you're on a reality joking.
Whitney is not these women, okay? Whitney
Rose
on another level.
Okay. Very problematic.
Roses are redhead, violets are blue. Don't come for me, and I won't come for you.
People think that like Bronwyn's doing this to like soft launch the divorce. Like they
Dude,
think like Bronwyn got on the show to do it
divorce,
easily. I think he's a problem. This guy.
He needs to go. Todd is a hoe. He needs to go.
Todd needs to be fired.
Todd is a hoe, and he needs to go.
Let's get to the best part of the episode. Mary Cosby's opening of the church. Okay,
This is my Heather Gay.
that's your Heather Gay doing the Baptist church like dance.
Heather Gay's like, woo, I feel the soul.
It was awesome to see Mary in her element. There was some Robert Jr. stuff this episode, which is really unfortunate.
Right, so Robert Jr. had to miss the opening of the church because he relapsed.
And unfortunately, there's also like news
And
articles.
Mary said, ciao. It's not your day.
There's also like news articles about him
My
getting
bad.
arrested, and it's just like very unfortunate. But let's not talk about the sad parts. Let's talk about Mary Cosby's church opening. Bless him! Bless him! Bless him! Bless him! Bless him! Bless him!
Heather Gay's like really feeling it. Heather Gay's like, I'm feeling my African American roots.
Oh my god, darn. What about when she was like,
Heather Gay said it, not me.
Bronwyn, you will be healed. Bronwyn started crying about Todd. I was like, this is like really sad.
It was emotional. It was beautiful for them to really get. And Whitney was the only one who had been to Mary's church, right?
Yeah, and her and Jen Shah too.
Yeah.
Surprised Lisa Barlow was allowed to come in after talking all that shit.
But two whores gonna burn.
Let me tell you, Meredith and Lisa Barlow sweating in church. They tried to like do some.
Who said that? Was that Whitney?
Whitney.
Who was that?
Whitney was on one this episode.
Oh my god, dude, Whitney!
Why
I
is
love
Whitney good this season? She's definitely last chair, but like it's good.
I will say, and Mary does not count because Mary is like not even like comparable to anyone because of like the level she's on. But other than Mary, Whitney's my favorite housewife this season. Remember when Whitney did a somersault off the bed?
Yeah.
It's little things. It's the little things like that.
Kathy Hilton energy. Yeah, Mary Cosby's Church opening was so much fun. Andy did say this was the best episode of all time, which I don't know.
Yeah,
if I can
Andy's
go
on
that
some
far.
freaking. Maybe Andy needs to get off the mixed substances that freaking Meredith Marks is on.
So let's talk about the luncheon, which goes into
Pill
episode
popper?
11. Pill popper, drug addict. Do you think
Alcoholic?
Can you
Pill popper?
Can you set the record straight? What do you think happened?
Here's what I think happened. I think Meredith was drinking at the bar before the plane. I think she started to feel like, ooh, I think I drank a little too much. And so she popped some Xannies. She popped some, little pill bag. Nothing wrong with it. Rinna, she has her little Rinna pill bag that she popped a couple. Maybe she washed them down with some more drinks from the bar. And she got on the plane. She got a few more drinks. She watched a movie. And
She didn't just watch any movie. She watched Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians,
you
which
know
she should have
how-
remembered.
Do you know how the movie ends? Well, I don't.
Because Lisa
remember.
Barlow did.
I don't remember how the movie ends. I
And
don't
I think-
remember how movie ends and that I watched. I just watched. I fell asleep. Maybe 30 minutes.
I do believe that Meredith was watching the movie. I also believe that while she was watching the movie, she was kicking and shaking Brittany's chair, and she was getting up.
Show
and
me
she
the
was like,
TikTok.
Show me the TikTok. And I believe that Lisa Barlow was peeking around the corner and going like, if you know what's good for you, you're going to show her that TikTok right now. You're going to do what's good for you, bitch, or it's your ass. And I think they were intimidating and harassing Brittany. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. I think she should just own it. I think this whole situation would be so much better if Meredith was like,
Yeah.
you know what, I did that to Brittany.
Yeah, I agree.
I told Brittany to show me the TikTok, and I told her to get her ass off the fucking plane. If she owned it, it would be a lot better.
Own it, baby. Own it, baby. Yeah.
But she's not owning it.
Let me tell you,
That's why it's a problem.
you're so right on that because, like, I like even like when Meredith apologized.
No.
Meredith Marks, Wicked Witch.
Wicked Witch.
Yeah, you're so right. But Lisa,
Which also,
Lisa
shouldn't
Barlow,
she be doing it like this?
Not
like
Madame
not like
Horrible,
this?
Madame Horrible.
Shouldn't it be like this?
Well, I didn't see Brittany in the line at TSA checkout because I was listening to Kendrick in my AirPods. Not
Lisa
Kendrick.
Barlow. I love Kendrick. Kendrick.
Lisa Barlow listening to Kendrick.
Lisa Barlow probably watched the Super Bowl. And they were watching the Super Bowl. Lisa and John Barlow were watching the Super Bowl. And John said, when are we going to get a real white person performing? And he stormed off. And he said, I'm not listening to any of this urban bullshit. And he stormed off. And Lisa sat there and she was like, ooh.
Hi, baby,
Ooh.
Gorgeous. She had her Diet
This
Coke.
boy knows how to rock.
She had her Diet Coke.
And she sat there and she tapped her foot and she nodded her head and she was like, ooh. And she was getting into the Kendrick Lamar and she was like, ooh, certified pedophile. That's what happened. That's my headcanon.
Oh, I like when she's like Kendrick Lamar and Mary goes, not Kendrick.
Because I think now, okay, how many people do you think anyone at that table is like a Drake listener? I think Angie K might like
Angie K probably listens.
Because
You know Electra's on that Drake shit.
Electra. I think Electra is an OVO head.
Electra
She
would be
loves
a
her
key.
OVO.
Yeah.
And so she loves that OVO, that OVXO. And so she is on Drake and she's probably like, Mom. And I bet Angie K was like, hey, honey, Kendrick Lamar, Mustard? And
Sean?
Electra was probably like, Mom.
No, Sean probably listens to Drake.
Probably does. And Angie K probably was like, hey, do you guys like Kendrick to fit in? And Electra was like, no, Mom, Kendrick is fucking gay. Listen to Drake. And she made Angie K listen to Drake, and that's how Angie K got into Drake. And that's
Probably.
my headcanon,
Probably.
personally. Probably what happened.
So I do have another question for you. Do you think it was wrong for Bronwyn to tell Meredith that Whitney implied that there might have been some substance abuse? That is such a good Heather Gay.
Wait,
That's so good.
Like on the cover.
Oh,
Cover buck.
right.
Just be sagging.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
no one want to see that.
Did you watch Surviving Mormonism with Heather Gay? The greatest show of all time?
No.
Yeah, no one did.
Yeah, like
So what's your opinion? Do you think it was wrong?
like them bitches. Notice how it's not a little censor bar; it's a big censor bar. Because them bitches be sagging.
Wait, why did it download? The open image in new tab, it just downloaded it. This was crazy that she posted this. I was like,
That's not that she posted it; that she made it her book cover.
girl.
Yeah, Mormon, but I'm a good some girl. Give me that soul. I got my soul.
Do you think it was a problem though, for what Bronwyn said?
No. And I think that Whitney and Bronwyn are fine also, because they talked about it. I really like Whitney and Bronwyn's relationship.
Right, yeah,
because
I agree.
I feel like there's been a couple times that they've had conflict.
Yeah.
And every single time they talk. Whitney says, okay, this is conflict.
Mhm.
And Bronwyn says, this is exactly what I did. I had no intention to hurt you. This is what the outcome was.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that this is the situation. And this is exactly what happened at dinner. And Whitney said, okay, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I understand like that Bronwyn explained that she wasn't trying to make Whitney look bad and that she was just trying to give Meredith the benefit of the doubt.
Yes,
and clearly that was
correct,
a mistake. And she
yes.
acknowledges that and she says, Meredith, I clearly made a mistake giving you the benefit of the doubt because you're trying to turn this against me now.
And I do think there probably is some truth to what Whitney was saying. I mean, she probably did get a little drunk and probably forgot what she did.
I had a little too much to drink and a little too many pills.
Well, long story short, Meredith and Brittany make up. They decide to move on. The episode ends very, very nicely. There is some stuff in the middle where like Heather Gay's getting rid of a bed. I don't really care. I will say there was a cute scene with Brittany and her daughter kind of forging a path forward. There was a very emotional scene with Bronwyn showing her dad's last birthday because he passed away, and it was very sad. Bronwyn really is bringing the heart this season, and I love that housewife. I will say next week look bomb. They're having the George Washington colonial party, whatever. Mary Cosby.
Is there something with Muzzy? Was Muzzy this episode or next episode?
Muzzy was this episode with the
where Muzzy's low-key shitting on Todd.
Yes, that was this episode, but it was just like a joke, you know. There's just some fun.
Yeah,
I will say Mary Cosby wearing
rare Muzzy W.
Mary Cosby wearing a powdered wig next episode looks so much fun.
They got the colonial fit.
Pill
Pill
popper. Oh, that's gonna be so good because you know Meredith is like, she's gonna be called a pill popper, and then Meredith's gonna pass out the drug tests. You know she was waiting for it with her drug tests.
Now here's the question:
Who will pass?
Who will pass?
Probably Meredith because she probably didn't do her Xanax that day.
What if who won't pass?
Probably like Heather Gay. Oh my god. Anyways, that was...
It's like she's trying to fly, but she can't because...
That was Theron's Salt Lake Takes.
Theron's Salt Lake Takes.
Do you have anything else to add to this wonderful episode of the Sweet Potato Podcast?
Before we turn it up, it's time to turn it down. You gotta turn it down, man. Every time I go back, this hat turns from a bucket hat into one of those caps. Those caps.
You look like the Skylander dad. The Skylander boy and girl dad. Yeah. If you know, you know. Anyways, ta-ta. Ta-ta, Todd.
Wait. Ta-ta, taters.
Nah.